Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you see the presentation also? Okay. My name is Mohammad Ajmal Basha. I'm the CEO for Multan Energy. Along with me, my team is there. Mr. Abdullah Omar, who is the General Manager of Corporate Affairs. Mr. Yusuf Baluchi, who is the General Manager for Multan Technology. Mr. Amin Somi, General Manager State Service. Arun, who is Head of IT. Manoj is the Head of Business Development. Itza, the Head of Administration. Mohammed Sakshi, Legal, and Racha, Board Secretary. So we are having our investor relationship meeting for the first half of 2025. This is the main key indicators what we have. Sales for 2025 first half is 36.92 million. This is 128% higher than what we had last year. When compared to raw material cost 20.66 million, which amounts to almost 56%. This is also a good reduction in terms of how we have been doing. Gross profit has been a phenomenal 35.65%, which is 13.16 million. This again is a growth of almost 147%. Profit after tax is 6.8 million, which is 18.43%. And again, here also there is a growth of 228%. Though last year has been a very phenomenal year for Multan, this half itself we have achieved the goal of 6.8 million. Order booking also, we have made order booking of almost 36.17 million during this first half. Average operating working capital is 150 days. This is slightly higher, primarily because there's a complete sales jump in terms of what we have been doing previously to now. This is in terms of order booking. The order booking for the year has been 36.92 million. Sorry, 36.16 million. Have a skipped one sheet. Sorry. The sales for 2025 has been 36.923 million. You can see the last 6 years' performance. The same half of 2024 has been 16.17 million. Previously, it has been 12.922 million. So this is something which is much higher than what has been previously there historically. And as compared to last year, it has been almost double. If you see what is the sales distribution in 2025 has been 35% domestic and 65% export. As compared to historically, it used to be 40-60%. 40% used to be export and 60% used to be domestic. Now we are going towards a direction where export is higher than domestic. What are the key drivers of change? Increase the sales for power transfer. This is one major criteria. The power transfer sales has increased tremendously. Increased demand globally. There is an increase in demand, which is driving this requirement. Export market has been the key driver for us. We have been doing a lot of new export market, and that export market has made this sales possible. When it comes to order booking is 36.16 million. This is again, if you see the order booking distribution for 25 to 24, we are almost similar. Though 2024 was a good export order booking, even 2025 has been a good order booking for export. We are still doing 63% of export order booking, 37% of domestic order booking. Though 36.16 million is quite higher compared to previous all the years, while it is slightly lower than last year. Last year we had big orders coming from domestic market, specifically at the end time where Norma has finalized orders. So that made the sales figures quite high, order booking figure quite high last year. So if you see what are the key drivers of change, enhanced new market. In UAE, we were able to get a good market, and that UAE market has shown great increase in our order booking. There has been delay in finalization of domestic large orders, which are there. So the moment that comes, that will be having a big change. Major order were finalized last year, while that's not the same case this year. How is the raw material cost? Raw material cost plays a key impact in the gross margins, profit and all. So we have been very focused into how to manage the raw material cost. You can see raw material cost has been floating around 80, 78% like this. And we were trying to work hard. And in 2023, we were able to get 64. 2024, it came down to 54. And now we are at 56. It's a mix of multiple things which are there. Still, we are much better off in terms of raw material cost management. What are the key drivers for this change? There is a continued design improvement. We have process where we go on going design improvement, design validation, design studies and all, which gives a lot of impact in terms of how efficiently we design a product. Stronger supply base. We have mixed supply base. We have supply base globally spread out. So we are not dependent on only one single or one base of supplier which are there. We have multiple supply base. That's something which helps us in taking decision rightly. There are certain logistic challenges which are there. There are strategic orders towards better margins and entry orders also there. There's a mix of various types of orders. We have orders where we are taken strategically to enter the market. Those are also there. Focused order evaluation, pricing, cost monitoring. This is something which we do very meticulously for quite some years. This actually impacts the raw material cost. When you take an order, we do a very detailed evaluation of what is the cost, what is the pricing, what is the market and all. Then when it comes to order execution, we do the same thing on every order, every product delivery. That's one which is key to this raw material cost management. Mix of order types. The raw material cost, again, it depends on what is the type of mix you have. Sales, how much of sales, how much of service, what is the region, it is domestic or export, what are the ratings, bigger, smaller, multiple things. It has a change into what type of raw material cost you have. Key components from Europe having large delivery time. This is some of the concerns which are there. Because the power transfer demand globally is very high. The complete supply chain is not aligned in that manner. So there are certain key products in power transfer which I'll explain when we come to what are the difficulties. And those are one of the reasons where it also impacts the cost, time and all. So these are the key drivers which are responsible for having whatever RMC we have today. In terms of other costs you can see it has increased from last year 2024 to 2025. But if you see in terms of percentage of cost, direct cost for 2024 was 13% of sales, while 2025 is 8% of sales. And this is primarily because of increased sales, better management, better control, and increased efficiency. Though the increase in value, when you see increase in value, this is compared to last year. Though the percentage of sales is low, the increase in value per se is primarily because of higher labor cost, because the number of volume what we produce is quite larger. So the number of engagement of labor is quite high, but the efficiency is still much better than last year. Freight cost is high because exports are high. So we have large freight cost. Freight cost is also a major factor of our exports. That's the reason the freight cost is higher, and that is also impacting the actual value in terms of value. When you see sales and administration costs, again, a cost of sales and administration finance cost is 16% sales in 2024 as compared to 13%. They also reduced drastically, again, based on what type of control we have in terms of sales and other items. But when in terms of the real value, the value has increased considerably. This value primarily is increased because we are doing export orders. So the moment you do export orders, there are multiple things which goes with the export orders in terms of sales, marketing, and handling cost. So this is all part of sales and administration costs as well as finance costs. So we need to do a lot of guarantees, warranties, and all. So that's reason this cost has, in terms of value, it has increased, but in terms of cost of sales, it is reduced from last year. How about gross profit? If you see gross profit over the years, we have been consistently working with a positive gross profit. While 2023, we were able to have 2.6 million, went to 5.3 million. Now we are at 13.1 million, which is 247% higher than what we did last year. Even last year has been a phenomenal year. Despite of that, we were able to have a better year till in H1, where we have doubled our gross margins here. Same is the reflection of PAT. We have been the PAT has been 111,000, which was a turnaround for 2022 to 2023. Then 2024 we were 2 million of PAT. Then we went to 6.8 million in 2025, which is again 328% higher than what we did last year. Again, last year has been a phenomenal year. This year has been much better as compared to that comparison. EBITDA again, a reflection of the same gross margin, PAT and EBITDA. EBITDA, we have been positive EBITDA. This is also almost 3 times, 275% of what we did last year. 3.1 million was what was there in 2024. Now it is 8.7 million. What are the key contributors and challenges what we have in terms of 2025 going forward and all? What are the positive contributors? Energy transition is one of the major factors influencing the demand, and this is looking positive. The energy transition started in various countries. When you say energy transition, it's primarily when your generation of electricity shifts from conventional energy to renewable energy. Renewable, whether it is solar power or hydropower, or that type of energy. Plus, there is energy transition where, because of this renewable energies and all, for grid stability, there are a lot of other substitution which comes in. So when this all takes place, there is a lot of demand in terms of new substitution. When new substitution comes, you have demand for power transfer primarily at this point of time. Then it goes to distribution transfer and distribution transfer. So this is one which is driving the demand globally. It's not limited to Oman or GCC. It is globally. This is having a big demand change. Market dynamics will continue to ask for high demands as we see the energy transition, which is asking for a higher demand. There are limited manufacturers for technological products like 400 kV and all this stuff. And when they are busy with the markets like European markets and all, then certainly this part of the region, which is dependent locally, which used to be dependent on European and Far Eastern countries, has started looking at us also, and we are able to fulfill the requirement. This is the market which is asking us for higher demand as compared to previous. Large projects are there in GCC region also. Almost every country is working on renewable project. We have been very aggressive to these projects from beginning. We have been doing renewable energy projects for Oman, for Saudi Arabia, for UAE for quite some time. So we have been able to contribute towards these large projects. Voltas strategy is yielding strong results because we had a strategy of new market, new product. This is yielding a strong results in terms of our product development on our markets. And the journey is continuing. We are on a regular basis to see that we have new products as well as enter new market. Quality and reliability of Voltas product is continuing to have strong performance. We have almost every of our large transformers and power transformers what we supplied have never ever come back. This is all in the services doing well, first time pass. So this is something which is incredible in terms of reliability for the customer, because these are large assets. Customer don't want this to have any issue, so we are able to fulfill those requirements. So this is one of the reasons where customer trust us. Commodity prices are showing vulnerability, but still it is reasonably stable despite of all the political and other conditions which are surrounding the region as well as the globe in general. We are finding commodity price going up and down in terms of copper, in terms of oil and steel and all. But despite of that, we are able to manage it. But this impact is also not so large. This impact is still manageable based on our strategy where we do copper hedging. Voltas has decided to go for a copper hedging policy. We have a very stringent copper hedging policy. The moment the order comes in, we just hedge it irrespective of whatever estimations are there. We don't go into assumptions and all. We just book the hedging. We secure the copper. We avoid any risk which is coming. So this is also helping us in ensuring that our pricings, what we plan during order taking, is ensured while order execution. Market ups and downs are being taken greatly due to increased market price. So if you see generally what used to happen was you have limited markets. Say Oman market is there. Oman market is also cyclic market. You have orders comes in at one period of time, then the order execution happens, then again order comes. So there's a cyclic period which is there. So now since we have multiple markets in our hand, we are able to manage those ups and downs, the cyclic reasons with other markets. Like when Oman was not giving us order, Oman has given a good amount of orders in 2024 in the first half. And this year, they're still not decided. Inshallah, it will come in the second half. But we were able to manage our order booking through UAE, to Saudi Arabia and all. So those are the markets which are actually helping us in managing our requirement. There's a meticulous planning and advanced purchases are there. Advanced purchase is something which is also key reasons for us to ensure that we are able to deliver customer on time. And very advanced planning we do in terms of what we need to get. Like today, we are working on 26-27 planning. That's how we see it. Enhanced employee base. We have the team is very spread out. People are with different experience. We are able to work together as a teamwork. This also contributed towards what we are able to achieve. What are the negative contributors? Supply chain is still a risk. This is increasing the cost. This is changing drastically. Like we have faced problems like dispatching the material, and suddenly the shipper comes back to us and say that we cannot go through Red Sea. We need to go through Cape of Good Hope. We get a situation where the metal is picked up, and then he says that he cannot bring it. Those type of issues are still there. we come across those type of issues, we try to see that it impacts our production flow, it impacts our utilization, but we have our own mitigation plan which are in place. But this is something which is there in the current scenario. Key mineral, long lead items, specifically OLTC, which is on-road tap changer, bushings, etc., which are technology products which are from the approved list of customer make. These are not available in locally not available even in GCC region. These are generally coming from Germany, from Italy and Spain. These components are high technology products. These are not localized. Currently, this is having a long lead delivery time. Some of the components comes even 18 to 24 months. So that's the long lead time which is there. So what we are doing is we are trying to work out in a way that we are able to mitigate those long lead delivery because customer doesn't look for such long periods. So this is something which is there. Chinese expansion into the market is in unreasonable terms are impacting large and IPPs private projects. So when we see private projects which are coming, they are Chinese CPC, Chinese manufacturer coming as a consortium. When they come as a consortium, we fear difficult chances to get in. So this is something which we've been working on, but still this is something which is hurting us. What are the risk mitigation? Supply chain risk is currently addressed through advanced planning and air freight. So we are doing a lot of air freight, and because we can't depend on shipping of by sea, so a lot of air freight we're doing. And long lead items are there, like I said, 26, 27 also we are planning. So we are having contracts with the key manufacturer. We are working with them to ensure that we plan ahead of time. We do some advanced planning based on our sales inputs, based on our market inputs, what type of orders are going to come. Orders which are come is easy to order back, but orders which are not come need to be ordered in a proper way. Though there will be slightly increase in inventory, but it helps customer requirement delivery. So we are working on that. This Chinese expansion in the market, the high risk items are disturbance working. We are working with the regulators, the decision maker to enforce local content. This is an item which we are working very closely with all the decision makers to ensure that the local content, the mandatory requirements and all are in place. And we have a lot of success into this area also. We have been able to manage multiple orders coming locally. We have demonstrated also that we can deliver on time with the quality, with the price what we're getting. So this is an ongoing action which we are doing on a regular basis. So these are the key items which are there in terms of what we performed in 2025 and what are our positive and negative contributors and risk mitigation plan. So this is the presentation. Thank you very much for hearing me out. You have any questions? I'll answer back to you. Yeah, Nanda.
Good morning. Thank you for your presentation. I have a few questions, if I may continue.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So the current net profit margins come around 18%. So how sustainable is this? Should we view this as a new base level, or is it due to a one-time favorable contract or raw material price?
If you see power transformer or distribution, the products what we are in, 18.43 is not a sustainable profit margin. 18.43 is because of multiple different strategic reasons which are there. But we are in a way where we are sustaining our product, our market, as well as our cost, somewhere around plus minus 10 to 15% is what is a sustainable profit margin.
Okay, thank you. So in terms of the current order book, how much of the current order book is expected to be executed within the next 12 months, and what is the visibility in 2026?
So whatever order booking we have right now, the unexecuted order book, what we call, we have almost 16 months of order booking right now.
Okay. Okay. Also regarding on the Saudi joint venture for the transformer manufacture, what stage are you in terms of approval capex and the expected commissioning timeline?
If you see, we are actually we have two joint ventures in Saudi Arabia. One is with the in Jeddah for manufacture transformer. One is with the Dammam for repair transformer. The one which we started earlier was the Al Sharif joint venture. The company name is called National Transport Company. Currently, we are finalizing the construction contract. There has been a slow pace in there, primarily because of the holidays which are there. Because from Ramadan to till Eid al-Adha, there has been a slow pace there. So we are able to do all documentation. Construction contract is yet to finalize. We are expecting that this should be finalized by next month. We are expecting that this factory should be up and running by next year, end of next year.
Thank you for your answers. Wish you all the best.
Thanks. Thank you. Any other questions, please? Yeah, Mr. Hamdan.
Yes, am I audible?
Yeah, please go on.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Congrats on a great set of numbers. My first question is in regard to the gross margins. Previously, you mentioned that the industry standard stands around 25%, but for the first 2 quarters, you averaged at around 35%. Is this trend going to be sustainable for the remainder of this year and into the foreseeable future?
You see, you're right that the gross margin for this type of products and all are around 25%, 26% only. In H1, we were able to have certain orders which were different, including some service orders, which has given us this type of gross margin. I said I can see very clearly current market requirement, current levels of prices, customers' requirement, our own design optimization and all. We have reached to a level, I can say around 29-30% is what is a sustainable gross margin.
All right, I see. And then moving along to the shunt reactor product, you mentioned that the shunt reactor accounts for 75% of the new order book as per the last call. Could we perhaps get further guidance on these shunt reactor orders?
I'm sorry, I don't think the shunt reactor is not 70%. Export is 70%. Okay. Shunt reactor is a new product what we have launched last year, and this will be rolling out in September end this year. And we had a good amount of order for shunt reactor also. So if you say, in a way, you can say that the new products what we have launched in last 3 years contributes to almost 70% of the order booking what we have, like 220 kV transformer, 400 kV transformer, shunt reactor, inverted duty solutions and all. This contributes to 70% of the order booking what we have. So shunt reactor is also a very key product. Shunt reactor has shown a very fast momentum, primarily because it's not available in the region. It's not available within Africa and Middle East. It's getting done either from Europe, leaving aside Turkey. Turkey also manufactures shunt reactor. So these are the markets which are there. So we are seeing that good synergy is there from the customer as well. So we have good orders for shunt reactors. Inshallah, we'll be delivering the first shunt reactor September end. Then it will get a lot of synergy and a lot of orders also for us.
Inshallah, many thanks for the correction. And then what type of margins are we looking at in regards to the shunt reactor?
You see, shunt reactor is a specialized product, and GCC is still very, you can say, not very advanced in terms of usage of shunt reactor. Shunt reactor is used primarily at a very high voltage level here in GCC region. We use shunt reactor 400 kV range only. They don't use for widely for 130 kV, 33 kV and all these ranges. Okay, shunt reactor is a very specialized product. It has good margins. It is critical in terms of manufacturer design, and the failure rates are also slightly higher than transformer if it is not produced well. So we are at this point of time, we are very, very cautious of manufacturing this shunt reactor in a very systematic, sensible manner. We don't want to grab orders for nothing. We want to get orders. We need to manufacture it rightly. We need to execute it rightly. We need to see that we demonstrate confidence to the customer. So the margins are better than transformers for sure.
All right. Thank you so much.
Anyone else is there? Any other questions, please? Samdad, you have a question again?
Since no one asked,
Yeah,
I'll ask one more. So in regards to your terms with your suppliers, in 2024, we saw your days payable outstanding reaching up to 6 months. Which is a massive inflow for your working capital. Could we see this trend reoccurring?
Please, can you repeat again? I just missed it.
Yeah, so in regards to your supplier terms, we saw your days payable outstanding, or the amount of time you pay your contractors or suppliers to a portion that exceeds 6 months, which resulted in massive working capital inflow. Should we expect this to continue or to stabilize around this in the near future?
No, it will stabilize it primarily because if you see, we call it as a big jump when you're moving from a sales of 16 million to 36 million. So again, raw material contribute a major factor in terms of your sales value. So there's a big amount of money which is in cycle now. Okay, and the moment we break from the transition, we will find that in Q3, Q4, that will be stabilized to a greater extent, and it will be much better and smoother.
All right, got it. Thank you so much.
Anyone else having any questions? Yeah, Amit, go on.
Hi. Thank you for the presentation. I have a question on the revenue that you will be gaining for the last half of the year. For the first half, it is around 36 millions. So what are your expectations considering a sudden drop in the order booking? So what should we expect for the rest of the year?
You see, first thing is we don't see this as a sudden drop of order booking, primarily because it's based on what is the pipeline order has been there. Just to give you a feel so that you can get it. Right now there are almost 26 million riyal order at finalization in Oman, only in Oman, which can happen at any moment of time. Okay, this has been delayed because of decision making which are delayed. But otherwise, we don't see anything in terms of order booking which is going to impact us. Second thing is our model of working is like we have order till 16 months. So for me, as an organization, when we see that today I'm sitting for order booking for 2026 Q4. Okay, so we are very clear and visible about what we're going to do for next 6 months, what we're going to do for next year, 9 months also. Okay. So what we see here is it's based on multiple requirements, based on our supply chain which is available, based on customer demand, based on site availability, based on site readiness. So we see we should be able to do around 70 plus minus 5. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so similar to the first half, the second half will be the same.
I will not say same. It will be slightly lower than first half, but we are working on multiple things because some customers have urgent demand, some customers are not ready with the site. So based on how they take it, as far as our production capacities are concerned, we will be doing a similar production volume for second half also.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Anyone else has any question? Anyone else have any question? We have some more time. So we are exactly 1 minute. Yeah, Mr. Jassim.
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Ajmal and your colleagues. Since nobody is asking, I said I'll join you guys. I mean, I've joined you once a long time back. Last time, I think it was a great discussion. Mr. Marhoon was there also. The contribution from the people, it was a really nice discussion. And I think I wanted to congratulate you, Mr. Ajmal, and your colleagues, the team and the board of directors for the amazing result for the last 2 years since we have taken over. It is very difficult, what you call industry business, and you guys, you have done a great job. If you allow me, I would like to talk in Arabic, because what I feel in this kind of discussions, since we have expert people in our what you call analysis. I wanted to see some Omanis talking in Arabic, and you have a great team, Mr. Ahmed and others, Walid, I think, and Yusuf, the others. We want them to, if I can ask them in Arabic, I'll appreciate. I mean, your leadership skill is amazing, Ajmal, and the result is really amazing. We wish to continue. I mean, as I said, it is very difficult business. I mean, the value for. If you allow me, I'll take to Arabic, please, and you can join if they want to take some information from you. They will ask you. I mean, is it okay for you?
Please go on. Please go on, Mr. Jassim. Please go on.
شكرا أجمل والحضور. أنا بس حبيت تعطونا يعني مثل ما تقول كنحن كمستثمرين صغار اللي أتمنى حتى زملائنا ولا حتى أولادنا اللي هم في البزنس في الفاينانس في الاقتصاد، الناس العاديين، تعطوهم فكرة شوية بسيطة عن أداء المصنع خلال 2 و3 سنوات هذه. طبعا الإكسبورت نحن طبعا نتمنى نشوف مصانع مثل كثيرة عندنا، سواء في هذه اللي هي في الصناعة، ونتمنى نشوف يكون الإكسبورت يكون أكثر. أنا شفت السنة هذه عندكم ما شاء الله الإيراد طبعا تطور. نتمنى مثل ما تقول يعني الإيراد يكون إن شاء الله يمضي بالحسب ما هو يعني متوقع إن شاء الله. أنا عارف أن هذا بزنس صعب عندكم التشاينيز مثل ما قال أجمل قبل في الاجتماع السابق، عندكم في مثل ما تقولوا في يعني نسميها يعني المنافسة سواء كان في هذه التكنولوجيا. فما أدري حد من الأخوان منكم تعطونا يعني فكرة عن الأداء اللي خلال 2 هذا متوقع، يعني حسب ما شايفينه. ما أدري منكم الأخ يمكن أحمد أو يوسف، واحد منكم، بكون شاكر. أتمنى لكم التوفيق. Sorry, Ajmal, to talk in Arabic, but it's really good things about the industry itself, and I hope they will contribute. It is good to see our young, leaders, Omani leaders, to contribute something in Arabic also. شكرا.
Yeah, please. Ali or Yusuf, please add.
Yes. أولا شكرا ياسم الأخ ياسم على مشاركاتك الدائمة يعني، وكذلك على الاشتراك في حضور اجتماعات شركة ولتام ومتابعة كذلك أنشطة شركة ولتام، وأنت حقيقي مشارك فعال يعني في كل الاجتماعات. أول قدم لك بالشكر والتقدير على هذه الأنشطة المتعددة يعني، والأفكار كذلك التي تطرحها في مشاركات شركة ولتام، فلك الشكر والتقدير. طبعا في اي معلومات اخرى الاخوه الموجودين لسه بيعطوك كل اللي تسال عنه وفي ما شاء من معلومات المتعلقه بانشطه شركه ولتام ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله. السلام عليكم، اخ ياسم، كيف الحال؟ معك علي البوسعيد. بخصوص الفكره عن المصنع، نحن كان عندنا اكثر من برنامج. واحد من البرامج كان عندنا بخصوص الزوار، بخصوص برامج تدريب. عندنا برامج تدريب مع الكلياتنا في السلطنة بشكل تقريبا شبه شهري، مع جامعة السلطان قابوس، مع الكلية التقنية. فعندنا هنا كثير من الشباب العمانيين اللي يجوا هنا ويعطوا أفكار عن المصنع وعن نفس الشيء البرودكت وعن طريقة التصنيع. فدائما موجود عندنا سواء من الشباب العمانيين أو نفس الشيء من مؤسسات صغيرة من المتوسطة.
هذا جيد اللي نسمعه اخي علي. اتمنى لكم التوفيق، وهذا اللي نبغيه من كل شركاتنا سواء كانت في قطاع الصناعه والقطاعات الاخرى. قطاع الصناعه انا اعتبره قطاع مهم كثير، مثل ما قلت يعني الاكسبورت بالنسبه لنا يعني كثير له مساهمه في الاقتصاد. وطبعا انت لما تنافس على مستوى شركات عالميه فهذا شيء جيد. انا يمكن سمعت بالنسبه لكم يعني حتى الاسواق الخارجيه تحاولوا تشوفوا اسواق كثيرة، وهذا مبين حتى من الموسم المبيعات مالكم السنة هذه 6 شهور. الإكسبورت حوالي كأني شفت 65% مقارنة باللوكال حوالي 35% أو 36%، فهذا شيء طيب. فأتمنى لكم إن شاء الله يعني تكون عندكم القدرة على المنافسة. كان أجمل تكلم عن المنافسة في بعض القطاعات اللي هي البرودكت الخاصة، هذه اللي هي المنتجات مالكم. بخصوص اللوكل يمكن ما عندكم كثير من اللي هو الترانسفورمرز، اللي هو الباور ترانسفورمرز اللي لوكل، لكن في الجي سي سي حسب ما سمعت يقول 6 شركات. فهذه الاشياء اللي هي يعني الليدرشيب سكيلز الموجوده بالشركه خلال السنتين هذه. طبعا الواحد كمصانع لازم نشوف الايرادات وتكلفه الايرادات. فعندكم الحمد لله السنتين الماضيات كانت في كثير من الضبط عندكم في المصاريف، وهذا ادى الى نتائج اكثر من رائعه. ونحن كمساهمين صغار يعني حتى قيمه السهم كان بحدود 100 او 100 بيسه تقريبا، وكان في خسائر، وخلال سنتين ما شاء الله هذه النتائج. وطبعا نحن كمساهمين طبعا الكبير والصغير استفاد من هذا الموسم، وحتى الاقتصاد استفاد. فنبغى نشوف مثل هذه المصانع. طبعا اتمنى لكم التوفيق، ومثل ما تفضل اخوي علي بخصوص اللي هو التاثير اللي هو حتى على المستوى المحلي، القيمه المحليه المضافه، سواء كان الشباب يعني يتدربوا معاكم، هذا اكثر من رائع. اتمنى ان شاء الله يكون لكم يعني حضور اعلامي حتى على مستوى البلد عندنا. واتمنى حتى اللي هي الهيئه الماليه الاف اس اي او هيئه الخدمات الماليه يكون لها يعني نظره، لان انا صراحه من خلال نظرتي البسيطه للاداء الاقتصادي خصوصا في القطاع الصناعي شايف الشركه خلال السنتين هذه يعني عملها اكثر من رائع. فمثل هذه اللي هي الحضور، ومثل هذه اللي احنا لما نعطي مثل ما تقول مكافآت، مثل ما تقول حتى يعني بمكافآت، مو مكافآت ماديه، مكافآت انه والله حضور هذه الشركه في الاماكن يعني الاقتصاديه عندنا ريكوجنيشن مثل ما نسميه نحن. نبغى يكون هذا او حتى الاعلام يركز على هذه المصانع، على ادائها خلال فتره معينه. طبعا يمكن الاقتصاد بشكل عام دائما الى متغيرات، الرو ماتيريالز، اشياء كثيره، لكن في الاساس هي مانجمنت. انا شايف يمكن اتابع بعض الشركات الصناعيه، وهي مثل ما قلت الاساس هي هي القياده بشكل عام. يعني اتمنى لكم التوفيق انتم الاخوه العمانيين، واخوكم اللي هو اجمل بشكل عام هو كقياده مجلس الاداره. اتمنى لكم التوفيق ان شاء الله، ونشوف هذه الشركات كلها الى الافضل ان شاء الله بعون الله، ونتائجها افضل ان شاء الله. اتمنى لكم التوفيق، واسمحوا لي على المداخله هذه. موفقين ان شاء الله جميعا.
لا جاسم، مثل ما قلت بخصوص السنتين السابقتين طبعا كان سبب الزياده في الايرادات هي كانت فقط بسبب ما كان عندنا سوق في السوق العماني، وكان اغلب الاوردرات موجوده من الاسواق الخارجيه. فكان عندنا توجه حتى في السنتين الماضيات، خاصه مثل بعض الاوردرات من امريكا، يعني خاصه من الولايات المتحده. في عندنا عدة اشياء نفس الشيء ثاني باذن الله. وشكرا على مداخلتك.
I thought Jasim has appreciated us for so long, and that was a question or was it appreciation? That was a very long question, but what I see is just to give you some comfort and other people also. We have very vibrant team which is there, young as well as with the management also. We had, I don't know whether you've seen there, Yusuf Baluchi is the new general manager for Multan Technology. Okay, he's also here with us. Ahmed Kharouji is another general manager. We have good member of teams which are there. So we are working collectively to see that we localize, we develop, we focus in a proper way, and long way to go further.
Ajmal, we are really appreciating your leadership and your colleagues, your what you call it, taking the team together, working together to higher standard. I hope the young Omanis one day we will see them leading some of our
Inshallah.
Other factories, other business. I mean, this is the way what we have to do. I mean, sometimes big what you call it, this qualification, whatever, is not making the difference. I mean, the skills, experience, that's what is really done for the even though I'm not saying that studies is not important, it's very important, but the experience, to work together with some experienced people, to see the plus point in this kind of it is really amazing. We wish again the best.
And agree.
Only a small thing. Okay, I know this is small thing. I wanted to ask about it regarding these provisions. I think it affects you a little bit because of Awand. you know, from the cost of sales, I've seen, around 1 million you made provisions, 1.3 for it compared to last year's effect a little bit. I mean, collection of money is very important. Is there any reason for that, Ajmal?
We have actually, if you see, we are trying to make a governance structure of our financial receivables in a very stringent manner. Though we discuss internally whether we have very stringent creditors, whether our provisioning system is very stringent or what. Currently, our provisioning system is very stringent. Based on that, there are certain customers where their deliveries happened, but payments are not collected. So we, as a prudence measure, we are providing it. But most likely that will also go off by end of the year. That's what we say.
Thank you again, Ajmal. Wish you and your colleagues.
Thanks a lot, Jasmine.
Inshallah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
I have a
Amman, you
question.
have-
Yeah, Mr. Can I have? I
Yeah,
have a
please.
question also, Mr. Ajmal.
Yeah.
About future growth plans. I mean, now you have Saudi plans, happening next year. What about other initiatives? As you said, I think the market in Oman is quite limited. So what are your other future plans? Where we can see the company growing even bigger. Thanks.
You see, what we are doing is we are actually working at multiple levels. Like if you know, our factory in last year we inaugurated our distribution transfer factory expansion, where we did the lean working and expanded it. Right now we are working in Sohar, our whole-time power transfer factory, where there's expansion going on, as well as the expansion investment for capex for shunt reactor testing is going on. This should be inshallah completed by end of September. That's one expansion, which is a big expansion, which will increase the production capacity. As you know, we are doing 2 joint ventures in Saudi Arabia. What we see, they are to be in pipeline right now. We are looking very seriously into having a service business in Kuwait. We are planning to have an assembly line in Qatar. We are thinking about doing something in Africa also. These are certain things which are in pipeline. But inshallah, I'll start up working on it only in 2026. The moment I see things getting materialized, because I don't want to get a full exposure also. So there are steps which are there. So I see Voltam inshallah going in globally with other countries also in a period of time. No answer, Mr. Amna. Okay, Bas, you're there. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Ajmal. Nice to speak to you. Thank you for the call.
Thanks a lot.
Congratulations again. Fantastic set of numbers. I think, you've answered most of the questions when it comes to the outlook and, how strongly you're placed. I just wanted to, suggest something based on, obviously, the fact that I've been in the market for many years. Now, Voltam is trading, extremely attractive in terms of earnings and cash flows. But obviously, the stock is thinly held. And in terms of pricing from a retail investor point of view, it looks a bit unattractive simply because it's 800 paisa. Fundamentally, it doesn't really make a difference, but, people perceive 800 as expensive. So I had a suggestion, based on obviously my experience of this market, that if we can consider a stock split, which will not do anything for Voltam as a company, it just increases the number of shares. It doesn't do anything on your retained earnings. That remains unchanged. But from a perception point of view, it could help the stock appeal to a broader category of investors. So this is just something I wanted to sort of, I'm sure, management like you've already thought about it, but I just wanted to sort of suggest this on a call like this.
But really ask me, this is something which is in our mind. We're just thinking how it works and what are the advantages, disadvantages, as well as what type of impact it will have. Management is working on it, and management will discuss also with the board. And inshallah, if it goes well, if it's fine, suitable, we'll take a decision on that. But your point is taken. We are also looking into that direction.
And I just thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Just to play the devil's advocate now, you've said on previous calls that your order book is looking healthy. I just wanted to ask you, if oil prices have to remain under pressure, let's say this $65 goes to 60 for whatever reason, and this green energy transition slows down a little bit, in the sense that the government doesn't really commit the same amount of funds that they have over the last few years. Do you see the Voltan story remaining intact? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what are things that you worry about as a CEO of this company that you managed to sort of turn around and bring to this profitable stage. What are things that you worry about from Voltam's perspective?
You see, the worry for anyone is things which are not in your control. Okay, things which are in your control, you will work hard to see that it is done. Things which are not in control, like example, as I said, if suddenly the government takes a decision that they will not invest in the green energy or green transition and all, and projects comes down drastically, how you do it? So what we see here is the strategy what we made for ourselves is that if you depend on one country or one product or one process, you are actually aligned to it, and you will have higher risk of getting out of your track, out of your sustainability. So that's what we are doing actually is we're trying to expand as much as possible so that our risks are spread across. So if there is a risk at one place, there may not be a risk at another place. And we do a lot of market mapping, business development plans. Africa is different than GCC, GCC is different than Europe, Europe is different than America. Okay, there are certain decisions which goes differently also. So right now for me, the most important thing is how I am able to have my spread of risk in a way that I'm not driven through other people's decision.
Okay. But as of now, when you look at the order book, these guys can't cancel orders without any recourse, right? So you're comfortable for the next couple of years is what I understand.
Yeah, because these are strategies actually. If you really ask me, energy transition is a strategy, and green energy is a strategy. Carbon footprint is a strategy. These are part of the visions also. When Oman say zero carbon footprint by 2040, that means that it's a commitment. Okay, it's a commitment globally. So when they have this commitment, it can slow down, but it cannot stop. And again, these are large projects, and we are into business which are large asset basis. So what happens basically is you cannot shut off any vision or any direction in midpoint. So we are in a stage where, take example, Oman want to do 20 gigawatts of solar power energy. Okay, they can't be suddenly deciding that no, we'll cut down from 20 gigawatts to 2 gigawatts because there's an ecosystem which is around it. Okay, there's a full ecosystem which is around it, and that ecosystem will not allow them to take such decisions. This happens for every country and every place. They can delay it for some time, but if there is a change, then it will have a bigger impact. But they can be changed also based on what other things influences them. So that's what we do is, okay, fine, we have Oman, we have UAE, we have Saudi Arabia, we have Kuwait, we have Yemen, we have Africa, we have got the US, now we're looking into Europe. So these are the ways which are there. So if some decision goes south, we at least have something else to cater to our requirement.
Makes sense. Okay. So you're sitting quite comfortable now, at least on the kind of order book, the kind of margin visibility, especially on the power transformer side that you have. So I think the company looks comfortable for the next couple of years. Your event,
at least 3 years, we don't have any serious concern to look at.
And are you still aspirationally, you still want to be that 100 million real kind of revenue run rate company? And do you see that happening over the next 3 years?
Yeah, if you see internally, we had a target of 100 million by 2030. I hope, inshallah, this will be before that 2030.
Okay, fantastic. All the best to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Anyone else have questions? I think Mr. Hamdan had a question, then he was not able to listen to me. Is that right, Mr. Hamdan?
Yes. I believe my questions was already addressed. It was also about the stock split consideration.
Yeah. If no one has questions, can we close down? Anyone has any other questions, please? Thanks a lot. Thanks everyone for having this investor relationship meeting. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.